we running?
Running.
Running. Dan Payton, cameraman. Yeah, no, we like that.
No,
It gives it a natural feel. Darren Baker, head coach, Leek Town Football Club. Jim Lockett, presenter, Leek Town Television. We're in Darren Baker's house. He's kindly gives us a bit of hospitality. Thank you for the brew.
No problem at all.
It's your turn to be spoken to on this Leek Town Television. Just bear with us. So I've got quite a few questions for you. Head coach, is that your title?
Yes,
The football club?
first team coach, yeah.
So when did you start as first team coach?
I started this season. I was asked around the start of May. I had an approach from Kazza. We've obviously worked together before at Bowley Green, but we'd had a successful season with Bowley Green, and we were looking, or I was looking at building for next season until the call came out of the blue. And once he'd asked me,
fancied it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It took me probably 48 hours just to have a think about it. And you were game. Asked the wife if she was willing, because it's a big commitment.
Yeah,
it's a massive commitment. And yeah, I was well up for it.
So before that, because you're at Bowley Green, weren't you, manager?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Was that before you were coach at Leek? So was last season you were running Green still?
Yeah. I ran Bowley Green from 2010 up until last season.
So was that difficult to leave Bowley Green, or? I suppose it's a good offer though, isn't it? Leek Town coach, big club.
It's a massive stepping stone to come in to Leek Town.
So what qualifications have you got coaching wise?
I've got my UEFA B, which is a level 2 qualification.
Is that hard to get? I've got my level 1.
No, I took my level 2 in 1998. Would you believe?
Right.
So a long time ago.
And does it stay in date?
It stays in date, yes. As long as you do the continuous coaching, you keep the qualification.
Right.
And I've just been accepted onto the level 3 course.
This is a man going places, isn't he?
So I don't know about that, but I was accepted onto that in July, and there's quite a lot of that takes 9 months to obtain. So you start in July and you finish around about March 2016. So it'll be a tough course. Yeah.
Bloody hell, yeah. This is a question we've got. I've observed you on the pitch. You're always holding a clipboard. Can you tell us what's inside this clipboard? What's inside this folder?
Nothing special. Just notes really. I like to take down notes on the opposition and what they do. And is there anything in those notes? I just jot down for the training sessions for next week. So it's just to take notes really.
That's quite professional. Where do they train? Do you train at Northwood Stadium, the team?
Northwood Stadium. Yeah, we train down there for an hour on. If we play on a Tuesday, we'll train on a Thursday. If we play on a Wednesday, we may train on a Monday. It just depends how Kazza feels after the performance on a Saturday. So
whether you'll train or not.
Yeah.
So who in the Leek Town team is a good trainer? Who trains hard and is committed?
I'd say they're all pretty good trainers. I think that's the main difference for me from the Bowley Green level to Leek Town's level.
More committed, would you say?
They're committed. They're fit. They all probably go to the gym and they do their own work. Whereas at Bowley Green, you've got to work at the fitness aspect of things. You've got to. Well, I mean, I was renowned at getting teams fit and running them up Daisy Bank and what have you. But I wouldn't dream of doing that with the Leek Town lot. It's
because they do their own.
They do their own work. Yeah, we worked hard in pre-season
to get them fit.
To get them fit. But
so could you name and shame anyone as like a lazy trainer, or haven't you got any? If you had to say one player who's needs to do a bit more, you don't have to.
No, I'd say they're all reasonably.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're all reasonably good. Stay safe with that one.
Okay. Could you name a best player that you've ever coached?
Best player I've ever coached is, I'd probably say technically wise, has got to be Jordan Johnson at the moment. Yeah, he's
quality.
Yeah, he is.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he could play high. Definitely play a couple.
Is he wanting to go? I bet everyone wants to go.
I think Jordan does, and he played in the Europa League for
Airbus.
Airbus, that's right. And he did well and scored a goal.
Yeah,
he keeps reminding us about that.
Yeah.
So,
how old is he?
I think he's around 24, 25.
He's not that old, is he?
No, but I think he's got aspirations of playing high. But I think Leek could be the club where he does do that.
I hope so. I hope so. He's a bit of a pretty boy as well. Good looking lad. Is he the longest in the shower, would you say? He's got a bit of a quiff.
Yeah, he's got the
good looking lad.
Yeah, he's a good looking lad. Yeah. Billy likes to model his hair on Joel. I mean, I can't do that anymore. But no, he's a quality player, Jordan is, and he's another one who trains really hard. Comes in, trains hard,
does he?
Works hard, and you get your rewards from that.
When you do your coaching sessions, do you do a lot of ball work, or is there anything specific, or do you do a range of, or do you have like a plan for it?
Yeah, I plan all my sessions. I've got all my sessions written out. I think the thing with a lot of conceptions are you get a lot of time with the players to work on stuff, which we don't, and we won't until the end of the season. We'll be playing Saturday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Wednesday, and we'll probably only get one session if we get a session in between, and we only get an hour. So the conception is that we go away and work with them and do bits and bobs. Well, we don't. We just try and keep them finely tuned and ready to play. Really, a lot of work you can do in pre-season, and when you're playing Saturday to Saturday, you can work with them on Tuesday and Thursday and work on a few things. But at the moment, it's just about keeping them finely tuned and ready to play.
But normally on a match day, you seem to take responsibility before the game with just getting warm-ups and a bit of a drill going. I take it that is your responsibility to get them, get them ready for the game.
Yeah, that's right. Do the warm-ups and make sure. I mean, I always think a coach or whatever, a fitness coach can do so much. It's down to that individual. Some players don't like doing warm-ups. Some players wouldn't. I mean, Dan Shelley, I think.
Doesn't want to.
Not that he doesn't want to do one, but he'd rather do a shorter one and get himself right. Where others need a long one. So to get the right warm
balance.
That's it. That's getting the right balance. And sometimes I speak to the players and ask them what
they want to do.
They think. Right. I mean, Ryan Dick he's a coach at Crewe.
Right.
And a lot of the lads are involved in sport, PE teachers and what have you. So it's good to get their idea on what they think sometimes, and the players know best. So
you mentioned Crewe. Obviously your old man is at Crewe.
Yes.
Your old man's been, I would say, locally he's been successful.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel under a bit of pressure because your dad's been successful?
No.
And you're obviously following in his footsteps in some respects.
Yeah.
Do you not think, does that never hang over you at all?
No, I don't think he does. No, as long as.
Does he give you advice and because he's
of course he does,
been around a while, hasn't he?
He never used to. Never when I was footballing, he'd come to watch the odd game and whatever, and he'd never criticise or he'd point out a few areas where he think you could do better. But no, he was always one to step away. Really, he'd never give you advice or whatever. But since I've taken up coaching, obviously I'd be daft not to tap into. Sound of a can going on.
Come on, cameraman. I'd put it away. Okay.
I'd be daft not to tap into the knowledge, really, wouldn't I?
Well, I think so. In my very humble opinion. Career plan. If I was to say in 3, you're obviously at Leek now. If I said in 3 years, where do you think where do you see yourself, or is that too difficult?
No. I want to get back into management. I really enjoy the management side of things. But I'm 110% behind Kazza and Beebs. I'm 100% committed. Whatever they want me to do, coaching wise. I took a step back from the coaching side of things, so it's been really good for me to get back involved in the coaching. Doing bits and bobs, going to the courses and learning basically. These last 9-10 months has been a massive learning curve for me, and what a great place to do it. Leek Town, Step 4 club of the non-league pyramid. But I mean, I'd love to get back into management. I've had a couple of offers to get back into it, but I think at the moment I think I'm at the best place.
Future Leek Town manager.
I'll think to take the cat out.
Are we cutting this out? That's gone all over me. What is it? Look at me questions.
That's all that coming. Do you want me to stop?
No, keep it running, keep it running. I mean, we like the natural. We've got to stay professional. We can cope with that.
We've got 2 cats, Ronnie and Reggie, and obviously the names are...
Keep composure. Keep it running.
Didn't they?
No, Bill. 10 minutes of that. What you say? 10 minutes in, right? We're doing well. That's a terrible moment for Leek Town television. That is.
So, yes. What were we talking about? Sorry, Jim.
I've lost the thread a bit. There. Where was I? Did I say 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Would you see yourself at Leek?
Hopefully, yeah. I think it's a great club. I think it's a club that can go at least 1, perhaps 2 levels higher, and then who knows. So I think it's a great club to be at the moment. So
season so far, sniffing around the playoffs. For me, looking on from the sidelines, it looks like you're going to have a lot of games. It looks like you're going to be playing Saturday, Wednesday, or one in midweek, one at the weekend for the remainder. Is the squad big enough to cope? Do you think? Is it good enough to?
The quality's definitely there. Yeah, we've definitely got the quality in the squad to cope with it. It's just whether we get suspensions, injuries, because you can't legislate for them. So if we get a lot of injuries, then maybe we need to dip into the transfer market and possibly get a few on board, because I think we'll be playing probably 2-3 weeks towards the end of the season. We'll be playing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Hard.
Which is, I think Beebs said about it's not probably physically wise, they'll be fine because they do that training wise, but mentally it will, and I just hope we can get enough points on the board to possibly
have a bit in hand, just in
case. So there might be a game where you could
breathing space.
Yeah.
A lot of the Leek lads appear to be from Stoke-on-Trent. When I've been on the bus, they pick them up at Catcham's Corner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So a lot of them from Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
Why are we not getting sort of Leek players playing for Leek Town? Or are they just the Leek local players not good enough? What do you think? What's your thoughts there? Good question, Dan.
Yeah. I think there's probably been over the last 4 or 5 years. There's probably been 3 or 4 players who could have played at Leek Town, but again I'll go back to I think the difference between the Ball Greens and the Leek Town is that mental side of things. I think the Leek Town lads are consistently good. They don't have very many bad games, so you can go probably, for instance, 10 games and they'll probably have 1 or 2 bad games, where I think the Leek Town or the Bowley Green players or the Leek players who couldn't make it probably have 3 or 4 games out of the 10. And
right. There's more consistency.
Consistency, yeah, definitely consistency is the key, because I think they've got some talent out there, but hopefully the crash and the coaching behind the scenes that's going on at Leek Town.
Well, you get involved in that. Your lad Billy's in the under 7s, is it?
That's right, under 7s.
Bridgie is coach for you.
He's a manager.
Yeah, he's a manager.
He basically does everything really. I just turn up and coach. Is he
a good coach? I mean, he's got his critics. I'm not sure if he's the answer. Is he the answer? Do you think?
He's brilliant. He
often tells me what I should be doing.
Right. Okay. Well, you have been. I think it's again. It was alluded to in a couple of interviews. You're a bit of a long ball version.
It's well documented. I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
No,
but no, he does a good job, Bridge.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. I think the difference between Bridge and some other coaches that I've seen.
Keen, isn't he, as well?
He's keen and he's willing to learn. He puts a lot of time and effort in. He's not just getting the badges just to turn up and then that's it. I've got my badges. I'll go and do my own thing. He's there to learn. He's learning off people. he spends a lot of time talking to the staff FA. He spends a lot of time talking to everyone.
He spends, and he's been St George's a lot, hasn't he?
He has. He's brilliant for the under-7s because, and he's been brilliant for the crash. He puts a lot of time and effort
so do you, Dan,
and painting. There's a lot of unsung heroes in Leek Town. And
I think that's enough praise for Bridgie though, because I'm getting uncomfortable.
Oh, right.
I'm getting uncomfortable with that. We'll move on quickly. Kazza and Beebs management team.
Yeah.
Do you have any input on team selection, or is it purely?
Yeah, I think that the good thing for me is when me and Kazza worked together before, I can't remember us ever having a disagreement, ever falling out or anything like that. Beebs and Kazza are like chalk and cheese. Kazza will go hot off the handle and Beebs is there. Matt's played at the conference. Everyone forgets Matt's played 2 seasons at the conference. He's been a good player. He knows his football, and they complement each other. And I have an input. I like to say that's a good thing. I'm not a Phil Neal yes man. I'll go in and I'll say I think we perhaps need to do this. And while the game's on, I'll go down and I'll say I think we perhaps should do this. And at the end of the day, it's down to Kazza if he does it or if he doesn't. Not. He's the man with the.
He takes the glory if they win and takes the hits if they
and
if they lose. Beebs was quizzed. He was quizzed about his part in a hotel room incident.
Yeah, I stitched you up, didn't I, basically?
Well, I mean, I was just wondering if you can provide a bit of clarity. I mean, was he guilty or we need to...
A lot of people think Matthew's whiter than white, don't they? But
perhaps not quite as...
No, he's... I mean, the story to say he was waiting in the hotel room, waiting in the bathroom...
waiting.
Is a bit far-fetched, if you ask me. So
I mean, he's obviously denied all.
Of course he would. He would deny that, wouldn't he? A man of the town, and he's
high profile.
He's high profile around Leek. So to have a stain on his name like that would be.
It's unacceptable. Away from Leek Town, Stoke City fan.
Yes.
I get criticised for mentioning Stoke, but I won't. I'll make no apologies.
No.
I'll mention them again. Do you manage to get to many games in and around Leek? Do you get to the odd game?
I don't get to as many as I like to because obviously commitment wise and it's hard. Young family.
Do you get to Crewe much?
No, I don't. No. I went a couple of times towards the end of last year. A couple of times a season, but I'll go to Stoke as often as I can. Saw you out in Croatia and Turkey.
Yeah.
I've travelled over Europe with them, but now takes a bit of a backseat. I'll go to a couple of games at the end of the season when our season's over. So the Burnley away.
But obviously, still keep an eye on results.
Of course, I do. Yeah. Still a massive Stoke fan.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man. Leek Town Television. I've introduced this. It's been going a month. Yeah. What do you think of it?
Terrible. No, he needs a new presenter, but apart from that, it's been really good. I mean, I think a lot of people have said to raise the profile of the club, and you were saying on the bus yesterday it's had so many hits.
I was bragging about the amount of hits. My view is it's just giving people a bit of an insight into what goes on behind the scenes, because you don't see that.
No,
you just see the product on the pitch. You don't see what goes on. So I think it's good for people to.
People don't see the amount of effort and time. I mean, Kazza and Beebs. Kazza, I think he's openly said if he didn't run his own business, he probably wouldn't be able to manage Leek Town, because I'm sure while Beebs or whoever's working away, Kazza sneaks off or Beebs sneaks off and has a look at the opposition and what have you.
Yeah.
Whereas other people can't do that at work. They can't go into the internet and.
To do it, so there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
There is.
Unsung heroes.
It's a big commitment, and you can end up falling out with your partners and what have you.
And you raise that at home, missus, kids.
She's tremendous.
Big football.
Yeah,
club.
I've got to.
Have you got to say that?
I've got to say this to get myself good. I want to go a couple of away trips at the end of the season, so this might. No, she's brilliant. She's brilliant.
I mean, we spoke to Sarah. We thought it was important to speak to her before.
Right.
Before obviously we did this interview.
Okay.
We asked her about the clipboard and what you write in it. She didn't give an awful lot away in respect to that. She says prior to match days, and I've written this down just to make sure I don't forget, that you're sometimes quiet and you're preoccupied with your thoughts and you sing a lot. Is this the way you sort of prepare?
It was probably more so now.
It seems.
With Ball Green, even though it's a Step 7 club, you want to do well. You want to do as well as possible, and in the mornings I'd have a little sing song in the showers just to let.
What, just sing? Any specific tastes?
No, more football chants more than anything. Just to get me. Yeah, I mean, Daniel will tell you, we went to watch FC20. I've got a friend over in Holland who's a big FC20 fan, and they've got some fantastic songs, and they tend to come out in the shower or just walking along and
baked singing before the game. I like it. I suppose you've got to keep yourself busy.
That's right.
She asked the question. She wanted us to ask the question. It'd be unfair of us if we didn't ask, and we want you to be absolutely honest here.
Yeah.
Hand on heart. What do you love the most? Is it football or is it your missus?
It's definitely the missus, yeah. But football's a very close second.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, I love my missus more than the football. We just put that on record.
Yeah.
Of course.
We're getting some brownie points here, James.
Yeah, we're doing all right here. I'm soaked, by the way. I'm absolutely soaked. I'm almost at the end. What minutes? Where are we on, Dan? How many minutes? You said 20. What are we
21.
on? 21. This is good.
Really.
We'll round it up. A very general question to finish off. Who's the best player you've ever seen play live? Can you answer that?
Yeah.
Loads of good players.
I like yourself. I follow England quite a bit, or I did do before Leek Town. Still do. I was at the England-Scotland game in '96 when Gaza scored the
wonder goal.
The goal. So it's got to be Gaza for me live. Yeah, absolutely tremendous, and that goal and
tipped it off. That's great to have been at that game. How old were you then? 96? I
was 15.
15. Remember it well?
Brilliant. Yeah, I went down with my dad, Kenny Birchmachin, and Simon and Martin, and there was a few Scots around us, so it was quite nice just rubbing the nose in.
I can imagine.
Rubbing the nose in it.
And what are we? Make sure we're recording. We're definitely recording, aren't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Bake, I've enjoyed chatting to you.
Cheers, James.
You're a good bloke.
Thank you.
I think we'll round it up there, Daniel. Unless you want to come and say hello on camera.
No.
You're alright, you sure?
Yeah.
Dan Payton, thanks very much. Dan Baker, thanks very much. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.